All right, guys, episode 18, Beanie Boys here. Johnny's still in the same lemonade. Mackie, are you on any bourbon, or are you still soft on this Super Tuesday?
Still soft. I'm on Canada Dry Zero Sugar. John should take notes.
Zero sugar. He wanted to throw that one in here. But we're throwing you guys a curveball today. We're starting with NBA, actually. Johnny wanted to do this. So, John, lead us off in your segment, buddy.
Yeah, so we got some good topics actually today for the NBA that I kind of want to touch on. First of all, I just want to say that what the hell is going on with the Kings organization? I'm just going to throw that out there. I want to throw a few pointers. Shams came out and said today that they were thinking about trading star De'Aaron Fox. So I don't know if you guys saw that, but that's absolutely insane to me. I mean, you fire, I think, in my opinion, a top 10 coach in the NBA, and then you're going to trade your best player. I mean, I just don't understand what's going on in this Kings organization, but I just wanted to touch on that real quick. So my first question to you guys, if you could pick one guy that you want to see win a ring, he can have one, he can't have one, maybe he's deserving of one. I want you guys to give me one guy that you think or you want to see win a ring. So we'll start with you, Z. Go ahead and give me your guy.
Yeah, this guy's been one of my favorite players for however long he's been in the league. You know, pretty much a lifelong Blazer. Damian Lillard. I love Damian Lillard. He is such a stud. And him and Giannis have finally clicked, I think. And they're playing ball right now. And, you know, he stayed loyal to his city for so long. And for them not to get him anybody that was good was just like, I think that was the end straw with him. You know, he wanted to stay there, but you can't just not necessarily ruin your career. You gotta get another guy that can play ball. I mean, Simons is good and all, but he's no superstar. So I would really like to see Damian Lillard get a ring, John, and that'd be good for our futures now, wouldn't it, buddy?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
So DP, who's one guy you'd like to see grab a ring?
Yeah, I just think this would be absolutely electric. This team sucks ass. But wow, would I love to see LaMelo Ball on a parade for an NBA championship.
How do you do?
I would love to see what stupid stuff he would say post-game, at the parade, at the rally. I think it'd be absolutely electric if somehow Charlotte won a championship. They won't. I think he'd be on a different team when they would win it. But that would be absolutely electric.
Mackie?
See, this is a really tough question. There's a lot of places I can go with this one. I want to see LeBron win one more, but I'm picking Jalen Brunson. That's been my guy for a long time now. Stevenson High School alum up by where my girlfriend's from. Love his game. Lefty. Jake Mayo will love that pick too. Nova's your daddy, buddy.
Jenkins for the championship!
Yeah, they reenacted it the other day at Butler. Did you see that? That was cool.
So one guy for me, and I'm actually kind of surprised none of you said him, but Russell Westbrook. I'd love to see Russ win one, you know, especially after those interviews where you heard his kids calling him Westbrook and stuff like that. And just, you know, that takes a toll on people, man. And these fans are cruel. I don't know if you saw, but Bradley Beal,
I did see that.
Somebody came out and said, trade this bum, and his daughter was sitting right in front of the guy that yelled it, and she was just sobbing, crying. Like, there's problems with fans in the NBA and stuff like that. So Russell Westbrook, and then I can't just do one. Paul George is another guy to me. I'd love to see him win a ring.
So you just brought up Bradley Beal.
No, Bradley Beal is not one of them.
No.
I'm just talking about how criticism in the NBA is crazy. I mean, can you imagine what LeBron gets said to him when he goes to Boston? Like, it's just insane. So...
Yeah, I don't know.
So
John, they're just not built like you, kid. You'd laugh it off.
Yeah, I would. But yeah, so
I'd
Russ,
give the Brad Davidson. I'd start staring at the stands like he did to us, John.
So we got Brunson, Dame, LaMelo Ball, Russell Westbrook, and Paul George.
I'm all for the LaMelo Ball pick. If he was older, I probably would have said him too.
Hey, we'll see
electric.
if one of these guys can get it done this year. So, all right. Well, the next talk, we're going to talk about it. I mean, what is this guy doing? He's arguably in the...
Hey, John, can I hold off real quick? Can I interrupt you?
Go ahead.
I want to bring up something about this Kings organization. They're never known to be good. It's been one of the worst organizations in the NBA forever.
Yeah.
The Charlotte Hornets are the only ones that are arguably worse. And one good year isn't going to change that. They are an absolute embarrassment. You remember when they traded for Sabonis? They gave up Halliburton because they said that De'Aaron Fox is the future of their franchise. Now, I agree, and some people are going to call me stupid. De'Aaron Fox is better than Tyrese Halliburton.
100. It's not close.
Not even a debate.
Not
But
a debate.
Now, 2 years later, after you had a great season and you're having one bad season, you're going to sit here and tell me you are going to trade De'Aaron
They're
Fox?
not even having that
Dude,
bad
yeah,
of a
they're
year.
like 500. That's
They're
what I don't
23 and
understand.
21.
This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Like, I hope he gets traded because I'd throw De'Aaron Fox into the mix for people I'd love to see win a ring too.
Yeah, I mean, De'Aaron Fox is another one of my favorite players, John. You know this. I have him as a top 5 point guard, which most people don't agree with. But, like, this cat is good, man. I mean, how rare is it just to see, like, a stud left-handed point guard? It's, like, it's so rare to find. And, like...
It'd be a little depressing to have to retire the baby blue De'Aaron Fox Sacktown jersey, but be okay with it.
But, I mean, this Kings organization, like you said, Mac, he's in trouble. I mean, firing, what's his name, John?
Mike Brown.
I mean, it just... They have to be, like, on a mission of just exploding this franchise and just starting new because... I mean, this team is not even that bad. Like, Sabonis, Fox, Keegan Murray, Kevin Huerter, Malik Monk. Like, this team is not bad. And they're just blowing it up right now. What do you think, DP?
Yeah, I just think it's stupid. I'll be very interested to see where De'Aaron would go in a hypothetical trade. You know, maybe we could talk about that, next pod. But, like, I don't know how well he would, cohere with this team. But I know that OKC just got an absurd amount of picks. I mean, would it be worth throwing him in there with Shea? Having them two just...
Two Kentucky boys.
Yeah, coached by Cal, John.
Yeah. Hey, one thing I want to touch on while we're talking trades and all this stuff, don't be surprised if you see Kevin Durant in Oklahoma City Thunder uniform again this year. I just want to throw that out there. Do not be surprised if you see Kevin Durant back in OKC to win a ring this year.
Just stupid. Get to our topic.
Let's switch from one of the worst organizations of basketball to arguably one of the best organizations of basketball, the Miami Heat. What the hell is going on? You have the best coach in the NBA. You have Pat Riley, who is a magician almost. He's gotten this team to the Eastern Conference Finals. How many times? The Finals. How many times? And then he went out and got LeBron in free agency. I mean, it's crazy. So what is Jimmy Butler doing? What's going on? He seems so happy in Miami. Just winning. I mean, dude, he somehow with a bad team every year, he would find a way to beat the best team and honestly sweep them or a gentleman's sweep in a series, and then he'd find his way to the Eastern Conference Championship or the finals. So what do you guys think is going on with Jimmy Butler? Is this a Jimmy Butler problem? Is this a Miami problem? Where would you like to see him play?
I mean, he's being a baby. There's nothing else to it. He's being a baby. But I get it. Progress and improvement is not linear. The Heat have kind of just been stuck around that 7-8 seed for years now. They haven't taken the next step. No matter what they do in the playoffs, the regular season, they're not getting the better seeds. They're not getting the better draws. And I don't know if that's wearing on him, but to me, he's just being a little baby. I mean, it is what it is. It's an NBA player throwing a temper tantrum. Again.
Where do you think he's going?
Golden State.
Zach?
Yeah, I agree with Mackie. He's just being a baby. I mean, it's sad to see because I love Jimmy Butler and just seeing all the headlines of shit he's doing. Like I obviously understand it, like in this aspect of like you're a superstar and stuff like that, but like you can't turn on your team like mid-season, bro. Like they need you. Like, and this is your 3rd suspension of the year. Like, come on, man. Like your team needs you. I understand you could want to get traded and you can make it public, but that for you not to be showing up to walkthroughs, not to be coming to shoot-arounds at practice and stuff like that. Come on, man. Like you're not Jamar Chase. Like, you know what I mean? It's like there's just like football and basketball are so different, but like, dude, just show up and play basketball. Like, I don't know. Like, and I would like to see Jimmy. I would like to see Jimmy go back to Philly because that team needs him because Embiid doesn't play. And if Paul George has to run the 5, they need a solid 3 or 4 because Paul George running the 5 is just the most idiotic shit I've ever seen. So I think I'd like to see Jimmy go back to Philly. I know he had problems, but I'd like to see him go back to Philly.
DP?
Yeah, I know that, him and Pat have had these back and forths or whatever been going on. I mean, you just can't have it. As Mackie said, they've been, hovering around that 7-8 seed. And, I just don't think that Hero and Bam haven't made that superstar jump that everyone thought that they were going to make. And I think that's like really hindering, the development of the Miami Heat because they normally are, a veteran-led organization. They really don't like bringing in rookies and stuff like that with their team. So I just think that could be an issue. There's not more players that, Jimmy would want to play with. But for a team that I think that he could end up going to if he traded, Jimmy, welcome to MSG, buddy. You'll be a Nick. Back with Tibbs.
Yeah, I mean, I like all your guys' takes. Jimmy Butler, at the end of the day, man, whatever his attitude is, I mean, this guy's a winner, bro. He wins. He is two completely different players in the regular season and the postseason, which is how a lot of guys are. I mean, you just struggle all year in that long season to get there. And then once you're there, I mean, it's winning time. You see the defense ratchet up. So I think Jimmy's going to be okay. I'm shocked that, I'd like to hear what Spoelstra has to say about this, truthfully. But I do think, as far as you guys, Bam and Tyler Hero aren't superstars, I agree with that aspect that Tyler Hero is not. I think Bam Adebayo is a superstar. I think Bam Adebayo is ridiculous. I think he showed that on the Olympic team. I mean, he's very good. So, it's just weird because, you had that duo of Hero and Butler, and they loved each other. They were always joking around. But I think Jimmy Butler will be a Phoenix Sun. That's where he wants to go. And at the end of the day, I think that's where he's going. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. John, you got one last topic of the NBA, and I think we need to discuss it because he's a stud.
Yeah, Matt, I'm going to start with you. This guy, Amen Thompson. Last year, he came out of Overtime Elite, and everybody thought that he was kind of a bust. But all of a sudden this year, he is playing out of his mind. You saw him have a huge game in Boston, hit a game winner. He had 32 points, 9 rebounds.
Come on.
And this Houston Rockets team is second.
Shout out Tyler for the Charger.
Yeah, and this Houston Rockets team is second in the West right now, boys. I don't know if you guys know that, but it's kind of insane. And I just want to get your take on this Amen Thompson and kind of this elite Houston Rockets basketball team. Dylan Brooks and Amen Thompson, they're young and they're second in the West, boys. And I kind of want your take on this. Z, we'll start with you.
Yeah, sorry, kid. I was at Grayson's house, didn't charge the computer like an idiot, but hopefully we make it through the You're an idiot. But Thompson is a stud, John.
Yeah.
I think he's averaging 17 points for the Rockets right now, and boy, oh boy, like that helps that squad so much because I feel like they're more of a defensive team now. They have the identity of being like these bad boys, and like Dylan Brooks. I mean, he's a good defender. He's not very offensively skilled. Jalen Green is a good offensive player, but like they don't have anyone that's averaging over 24 points a game, and I feel like that's rare on like any NBA team, really. You know what I mean? I think Jalen Green is averaging the most at like 22.
Fred VanVleet.
Oh, how much is he?
He's averaging 21.8. Last time I looked, it was about a week ago. So
yeah, I mean Fred VanVleet's a stud. I love him, but yeah, John, this kid is helping out that Rockets team tremendously. Yeah. He is good. What do you think, DP?
Yeah, I know. I took Memphis in that that finals thing that we did a couple pods ago, and because I really thought the Rockets were going to fall off, and they have not at all. I'm just going to touch on his last couple games. He had a 33-point game, 23-point triple-double, and a 16-16 game in their last 3 wins. I believe they're playing tonight, going for their 4th win for a win streak here. He's just been on an absolute tear, and shout out him. I didn't really think that how good of a player he was going to be, but wow, is he skyrocketed? And it's it's great to see this year. I'm really excited that he's been able to grow into this player that can be a franchise player for this organization who really hasn't seen one since Harden. Yeah. So I'm really excited that the Rockets finally got their guy, and hopefully they can get over that hump.
Mac, Amen Thompson, kid. What do you think?
I've watched a lot more Rockets basketball this year than most, just because of Reed Shepherd. You guys know I'm partial to Reed Shepherd. That's my guy. But I mean, it's not crazy in the slightest bit, but is it crazy to say that he's going to be the reason Jabari Smith gets traded? I mean, the Rockets don't even really have a place for Jabari Smith. He's been disappointing, and I don't think anyone would have guessed that to be the case. But I think that him and Thompson's breakout is going to be the reason Jabari Smith moves on.
No, I agree, and I really like Jabari Smith, actually. Here, kid. Yeah, DP. Oh. Yep, we love it. John, plug it in. Yep, DP going submarine mode on here.
This will be getting cut out.
No, but
All right, we can focus back up since Zach's a dumbass.
yeah, Zach's a dumbass. Yeah, it probably would have made it through, but we don't want to potentially waste Tyler's time here.
So yeah, at the end of the day, this Rockets team, boys. I mean, they got a chance. The way they play defense, they got a chance to beat a lot of teams in some 7-game series. And seriously, look for DP. I know you're always betting the over, but you might want to start betting the under in Rockets basketball games because they're one team in the league that they're fun to watch. They're scrappy. Mark Pope would love to coach those boys.
Yeah, and just to touch one last thing before we move on to the NFL, Amen Thompson gamed the Celtics the other night, which was awesome too.
That floater was sick.
Yeah.
Could the Rockets be an under-the-radar team to look at to make a big move here as we approach the deadline? I mean, they're 31.
I don't know, man. I don't even know if they need to be honest.
They're 31 or 32 and 14. I mean, they have to realize these opportunities don't always arise. I mean, go for it.
Here's my take, Mac. If it's working, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Sometimes bringing a superstar in can hurt.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be a superstar. I mean, go get some bench depth or anything like that, maybe.
Yeah, go get Lou Williams.
Go get Dante DiVincenzo.
But we're rolling into the NFL. Obviously, we have to recap the championship games. John, would you like to start?
Sure. Yeah, we'll start Commanders, Eagles. I picked the Commanders just because that's kind of who I was rooting for. You guys know that I'm not the biggest Jalen Hurts fan in the world, but they were outmatched in this game. I mean, hell of a season. Hats off to Jaden Daniels. What a rookie year. I think it would have been hilarious if he won the championship and went out and tweeted that shit ain't hard and then retired. I would have loved to see that happen, but, he's the first guy to make it this far in his rookie year since Big Ben. So that's pretty impressive. Hats off to Washington. Dan Quinn, great job, but the Eagles are just too good. Yeah. Their offensive line up front, the Washington's defense just wasn't good enough, and you can't turn the ball over 4 times on the road in an NFC championship game. So enough with that. Congrats. Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. They'll see Daddy there. Anyway, Bills, Chiefs. Here we go. This game was, it's a classic every year. It's a classic every single year. But what do you know? Josh Allen's got his chance. Down 3 points, ball in his hands. Talk about the refs. Talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. He had a chance. He had the ball in his hands, down 3, with the chance to go win the game and go to the Super Bowl.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
He's talking about the Kentucky game.
Oh.
They just hit a 3 to go up 11.
Oh.
Okay. Anyway, back to this. Mackie, stop making facial expressions. Okay.
I mean, I know I'm good looking, kid, but you're supposed to have a wife.
I am married. Okay, anyway. So.
Wow.
Like
yeah.
What an idiot.
Bills, Chiefs, guys. It was a classic. And at the end of the day, I heard this guy bitch and this guy bitch. Refs this, refs that. First of all, on the 4th down conversion, there was one angle that showed that he was clearly past the line of scrimmage. And go figure that's the one they post on ESPN. So whatever. Go ahead. It didn't happen. There's one angle. The other 2 angles, the call on the field was the runner was short. 90% of the time, that call is going to go to the home team. And I don't know if you know this, Josh Allen leads the league in rushing the passer penalties this season, by the way. I'll throw that out there. Anyway, he had a chance, ball in his hands at the end of the game to go win it.
Like there wasn't the passer penalties?
Yes, like he has the most called for him in the league this year.
Yes, but the Chiefs happen at the most inopportune times for the other team.
Okay, no matter what, like I said, refs or not, I agree the catch was bullshit. The first down call, whatever. I told Justin the same thing. The catch was not a catch.
I thought the catch was a catch.
It's close because you have to maintain possession if the ball hits the ground. And it was very close.
I didn't think the ball moved.
At the end of the day, 32-29, Josh Allen had the ball in his hands. What do you know? Steve Magnolia goes and wins another AFC championship. He brings a corner blitz on 4th and 5, forces the ball out of trash-ass Josh Allen's hands. First of all, he should have had 3 turnovers in that game. The first drive, he almost threw 2 picks.
Don't drop the ball.
First drive, he almost threw 2 picks.
That's why they play DB.
At the end of the day, what do you know? Andy Reid puts the ball in the hands of Patrick Mahomes on 3rd and 9, 2nd and 9, and what does he do? He makes a play, unlike Josh Allen every year. And as I saw RG3 say yesterday, Josh Allen, you are literally the next Phillip Rivers. Shout out Eddie Schultz. Josh Allen will never win a Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes is going back to the Super Bowl, and it's going to be an awesome game, and I'm excited to talk about that later. But you guys...
Do not ever bring up Eddie Schultz on this podcast again. I don't want to ruin the tank. Fuck that kid.
Wow, Becky, I love it.
But anyway, two great games. Or the Bills-Chiefs game, man. Guys, it delivers every year, honestly. Two very good quarterbacks.
Yeah, but did you notice the clip? I don't know if you've seen it on TikTok. When Mahomes lost to the Bills, he's out there bitching like a little girl. And then when Josh Allen loses, he says, good game.
Well, what he said is, if you're going to be the champs, you got to beat the champs.
No,
we didn't do that
I
tonight.
saw that interview, but did you not see the interaction when the Bills beat the Chiefs earlier in the season?
I did. No,
Correct.
that was last year.
Okay,
You're talking about the
Kermit the Frog's
offside
going,
on the
Kermit the Frog's going off on half field.
3 Super Bowls,
Yeah, nice.
4-team, first team all
I'm just saying,
6.
one can lose with like honor, and then the other one loses, and he bitches like Taylor Swift.
I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. The
Let
refs
me-
definitely choose the Chiefs, but don't. What I heard somebody say, I can't remember who it was. It was on Fox Sports 1. I can't remember who the reporter is.
Probably Chris Collinsworth.
No, it was not. Chris Collinsworth, he's all in. But at the end of the day, we're witnessing history. You realize if they win 3 in a row, Tom Brady never did that.
Your time's almost up.
That's fine. I could sit here and talk about this all day
my
long.
God.
Because I know as soon as we pass it to Mackey and DP, we're going to hear about the refs. So I'm just saving my time
actually,
here.
John,
Yeah, let's pass
Let
it to
me toss it
Mackey.
here.
'cause I'm
Let's
tired.
pass it to you, Mac. Let's pass it to you.
Jesus.
Let me take this over. Eagles. I don't need to say anything. It's the best roster in the NFL, complete, and a fantastic coach. I saw a bunch of goofballs that had Sean McDermott ranked above Sirianni in their head coach power rankings. How stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
That's dumb.
Yeah, I agree.
McDermott's a good coach, but that's just dumb. It's not debatable. Let's just get into this Bills-Chiefs game. Another classic. John, I think this game was called fair and square and straight up. I told you that. But isn't it absolutely incredible that the calls that can go either way continue to go the way of one team every single game?
But to that point, Mackey, I really only think that there was 2 calls that were maybe skeptical. Excuse me.
No, that's why I said
I just think that I mean, they stopped them twice. Like in the game, they already stopped them twice. I don't understand going to a QB sneak there. Like,
It wasn't working all game.
no, it wasn't. That's why I didn't understand the play call. I mean, I do personally think he got the first down, but if it's not working, like he does the same thing every time. He takes the snap and he goes to the left shoulder of the left guard. Like, it wasn't working the entire, and I don't understand, how are they not mixing up the snap counts? Like, they were going on 1 every time, dude. Like, Chris Jones doesn't have a brain. He's just a big dumbass. Like, get him to jump. Like, come on, man.
Dude, Chris Jones is a stud, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
he
how
has
about
no
the
brain, though.
Commanders jumping on the goal line?
Yeah, I loved it. I was
hoping they kept doing it.
Me too. I
DP
would've-
texted me.
I would've-
He goes, let's force a touchdown.
I would have rather had a forced touchdown to see Sirianni's dumbass face. But, DP, we're going to throw it to you. Unless, Mac, are you done, or did you...
I'll add one more quick thing. John, how are you going to come on here and trash Josh Allen, though, dude? Through 10 playoff games, he is statistically...
I'm not a stats guy, Mackey. I don't want to hear stats. I'm not a stats guy.
I'm
Win the
gonna bring
damn
this up,
game.
John.
Win the
John,
game.
This is a pod.
0-4. He's 0-4 against Patrick
John,
Mahomes in the
this
playoffs.
is a podcast.
He's 0-4.
What more do you want him to do? He has statistically the best passer rating in the playoffs ever.
Ever.
Qualified
And
candidate.
touchdowns
What do you
turnover
want him to
ratio.
do? Kincaid, that is an easy catch 9 times out of 10. What do you want him to do?
Figures that weeb from Utah can't catch. He's
Mackey,
from Notre Dame.
they
That's a
have-
gain of 30.
They have tried to beat them in every way possible, and they just simply can't
it's
do
like,
it.
It's like Manning against the Patriots. I fully believe that, John.
I mean, every way possible. You got to think, Josh Allen tried playing superhero one year. It didn't work. They tried playing a gritty, tough football game this year. That didn't work. And then, what year was it where it was 20? Oh, last year they had home field advantage. That didn't work. Is it time to fire Sean McDermott?
No, John, I want to ask you this question. Whose offense is better, the Bills or the Chiefs? It's the Chiefs. Whose defense is better?
The Chiefs.
Correct. So
I wouldn't go as far as that the Chiefs offense. I just think this is the biggest thing to me is Mahomes just has a switch and a different mindset than Josh Allen. Patrick Mahomes gets the ball in his hands with a chance to go win the game. He's going to win the game.
But the difference is the Bills is a run-first offense. The Bills is a run-first offense.
And they ran the ball down the Chiefs' throat, and that didn't work. They still didn't win the game.
What I'm trying to say is, like, the wide receiver 2 prop on DraftKings, highest yards was 18.5. Like, the guys suck. They have Khalil Shakir and James Cook, and that's it. They used to have Ray Davis.
The Chiefs have 34-year-old DeAndre Hopkins. They have washed-up Juju Smith-Schuster. They have 36-year-old Travis Kelce.
Washed-up D-Hop? He literally said, I got traded for pennies in my prime. Yeah. He ain't washed. That's your own quote from your own homeboy.
Yeah, he's an idiot. And notice how we started with those two guys instead of Xavier Worthy and Marquise Hollywood Brown?
Hollywood Brown's been out all year.
Or the 2 running backs that they have that they can trade either one.
That's another guy that if we want to talk about Kareem Hunt, holy shit.
Yeah, he's a stud.
I mean he came out of nowhere. That return, wow.
I'm giving my picks now, or my recap. I mean, I wanted the Commanders to win so bad. De'Ami Brown, you suck. It was a 5-yard catch, and you fumble. And in my opinion, one of the most critical drives in that. They go down 10. Jane Daniels is driving. They're running the ball good. Jane Daniels is finding Zach Ertz everywhere. And then you fumble on a 5-yard route trying to get 1 extra yard, running horizontal instead of vertical. Just typical shit. I mean, I really think that turnover right there was like, I know that what did the half end? 14-12?
No, it was
17.
17-12?
They went for 2, didn't they?
Yeah, 17-12.
17-12.
Like just
20. It was 20-12.
20-12. Like, just think if they hold on to the rock that possession, like, that's a totally different ballgame going into halftime, you know? And the Eagles come out and score, go figure, they go up 15. Like, you can't, one, like John said, you can't have that many turnovers in a playoff game, but 2, like, you can't have, like, fumbles, like, after the catch. Like, that is just so stupid. Like, just go down. Like Tyler Lockett, man. He catches the ball, just go down, man. It's 5 yards. You need 1 more yard, you're a moron. But the Eagles are good. I like the Eagles, but... then we go to the Bills-Chiefs game. You know, Johnny's all fired up, tagging me on his story and shit. Yeah, it just went as we all knew it would go. Really, I mean, it's just I feel bad for Josh Allen. I really like Josh Allen. Mahomes is after this Super Bowl going to be considered the greatest ever.
Yeah, he'll need minimum 3 more, dude.
No, he won't.
So he was also 0-2 against Brady.
Yeah, can't even beat real GOAT, dude.
Yeah. He'll be considered the greatest after this Super Bowl.
Has he thrown 10 passes to a linebacker for touchdowns?
Yeah. He'll be considered the greatest. But if you guys want a free one, DraftKings is offering a play. Anybody except the quarterback to throw a pass, plus 200. Easiest bet of your life. Travis Kelce will be throwing a touchdown pass to DeAndre Hopkins this Super Bowl. So you can lock that in. And then also lock in, this one's like plus 1,000. Travis Kelce to propose to Taylor Swift after the game. You're a loser, though. But I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place. Johnny talked for so long, I lost all my brain activity. But
we don't need to talk about the Super Bowl right now. We're going to break it down next week fully.
Yeah,
we got to at least give our picks.
No, we can do that next week.
Yeah,
but
we should wait.
I do like whoever put this in. Dallas' new head coach. I don't even know.
We didn't pass it to DP for his recap.
Yeah.
No, you're good. Yeah, I was really hoping. I mean, I could skip the Eagles, but I was really hoping that the Washington would just keep jumping off sides. I thought that was the funniest moment of the NFL the entire year. Yeah, dude, the minute that he just kept going airborne, I just thought it was absolutely awesome. I was dying. And he wanted to do it on the hard count. He got to the line and thought he was going to jump. No, that was awesome. But yeah, I mean, Dickerson going out, the knee injury. Juergens already had a back injury. He had to come back in and play. The Eagles up front are just, too much of a team, I think, offensively compared to Washington. You can't turn the ball over like, Brown did, and you can't fumble at kickoff like that. those were two key
Yeah,
things.
nice one, Jeremy McNichols. You idiot!
Those were two key things. And it's deflating as a team. You have an 18-play drive for a field goal, then a 1-play touchdown for Saquon. I mean, that's just demoralizing as a team because the offense now has to go back out there and try and do it again. But, I mean, yeah, the Eagles, Saquon, I mean, you did cost me some money. I needed 3 more yards rushing and receiving combined, but it happens. This next game, Chiefs-Bills, obviously, instant classic, as they always are. As John and Zach and Max said, that it never fails to disappoint as a game. Watching it, yeah, you can get mad here and there about the way things play out. I just wish they would use James Cook more from the Bills' standpoint. It seemed like they loved handing the ball to Ray Davis or Ty Johnson compared to James Cook. I mean, for a while there, James Cook was just straight gashing him, and then he wouldn't play for like 2 series, and that just didn't make sense. I think they should have involved Kincaid and Knox more early because, as you said, you really don't have another receiver threat. But shout out, no shoes Matt Collins.
Yeah, that was a nasty snag.
He showed up to play in this game. 2 great catches. I think he got the first down. That's here nor there. It is what it is. The one thing that did, I don't know if you guys noticed on the broadcast that when Allen threw that last pass up to Kincaid, there was one of these thrown. Go figure. And they picked it up magically.
The flag
magically got picked up. Even Romo and Nance on the broadcast were sitting there saying, "Wait, where'd the flag go?"
Yeah.
Because the ball was incomplete. It was going to be another bailout, like the Bengals scenario. Oh, we're going to run 3rd down and 9 again after they got blown up. The Bills weren't winning this game. There was no way they were winning that game in Arrowhead. Not surprised. This Super Bowl sucks for me, but we'll get to those later.
So the NFL's scripted. I think it's scripted. I always have. So you kind of are proving my point. I noticed that too. And the first thing I said to Chase was, dude, they were going to throw a flag if he caught that ball.
Yeah, they were. 100%. And I'll just give it now. Fly, Eagles, fly. Saquon, take it to the promised land. You're the only man that can save humanity from 6'5" woman and who gives a shit, Travis Kelce and Kermit the Frog, dude. Yeah. He just sucks. Yeah. I mean, shit. Tom Brady, you're the GOAT.
John, start us off with our next topic of the new Dallas Cowboys head coach.
Oh, horrible hire. Not a big enough name to be in Dallas. This is arguably, truthfully, in any sport, this is one of the biggest coaching jobs there is. I mean, I don't like the hire, I don't really, obviously, I don't pay too much attention to the Dallas Cowboys. I knew he was their offensive coordinator. But like I said last podcast, whoever gets this job's in good hands. You got a franchise quarterback in Dak. You got CeeDee Lamb. Your defensive side of the ball, you got Micah Parsons, Trayvon Diggs. So he's taken over it in good hands for sure.
Trayvon Diggs.
He does suck.
Are we serious?
I like him. He was hurt all last year. But anyway, yeah, so I think he'll be all right at the end of the day. I don't love the hire. Obviously, you guys were all right about Deion wasn't going there. So we'll see what the Cowboys do. I mean, the NFL's better when the Cowboys are good. So
I do agree with that.
I would like to see the Cowboys get back on track because I'm sick of watching a 6-8 team play on Thanksgiving Day. So,
Mac, what do you think about this hire, buddy?
So, shout out to my old college roommate in Lexington at UK, John. Big Cowboys, Texas sports fan, or Dallas, I should say. He's from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Here's a text I got from him at 11:30 on Friday night. It says 3 words. Any guesses?
No.
Close. It was Jerry Jones. I do share that sentiment. And then he goes on to say, horrific decision. He wasn't even the play caller. And it's just a lame bullshit excuse for them to groom Jason Witten for the job. And I completely see what he's saying after I did a little bit of research on it. But yeah, this was an embarrassment. I mean, terrible job by Jerry Jones all around. Can't even say it was anyone else. It was all that old geezer.
Yeah, he's losing it. I mean,
it's time for him to go, man.
Yeah, I mean,
if you're gonna hire any offensive coordinator or former offensive coordinator from your organization, why are you not hiring Kellen Moore?
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
he's with the Chargers, right?
No, he's with the
Eagles.
Eagles OC. Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
Obviously couldn't hire him right now, but you could have easily waited. He would have taken the job in a heartbeat.
yeah, I don't like this hire either, Mackie. I think it was, I guess not rushed, but it just seemed rushed because, like, I mean, for this coaching job, you need to, like, have somebody that is, like, a name. Like, who even knew who this Schuttenheimer guy was?
I did.
They got into the cycle way too late. They played their hand with Mike McCarthy and decided. I figured the only way they were letting him go is if they had a big name waiting.
Yeah. But, like, this is totally Jerry Jones's fault. Like, I agree with you, Mackie. It's time for them to get rid of him. I mean, in interviews, he's starting to look like Joe Biden, dude. Like, he doesn't even know what the hell he's saying half the time when he talks, dude. Like, especially, like, halfway through the season, like, when CeeDee Lamb got, like, a glare in the stadium, whatever, and you obviously saw, like, CeeDee doesn't drop balls like that. He looked totally stupid on that route. You know that route I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And then for Jerry Jones to come out at your superstar player saying, basically telling him to shut up is, like, insane. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't like Jerry Jones as it is because, like, I don't think he cares about anybody but himself. Like, I think he's there strictly to make money. I don't think he cares about anything else. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I think he's losing it upstairs, and I don't know. That's my take on it. What do you think, DP?
The Joe Biden shout out is crazy.
It's true. I mean, he has a screw loose without a doubt.
Yeah, this is the Dallas Cowboys have pulled the Chicago Bears. You hired somebody who had no business being a head coach of your football team. That's like when all the Bears fans tried saying that they still wanted Thomas Brown to be the head coach after what he did for, however many weeks that he was there. Like, this guy, as Max said, wasn't even a play caller. Like, same thing as Thomas Brown. Like, you have no bearing to be a head coach. This ain't college where you can come in being your first time. Like, the Cowboys isn't your first job as a head coach. That's not what it's, groomed to be. That's like, taking the North Carolina basketball job, the Duke basketball job, the Kentucky basketball job. Like, it's not what you're supposed to be doing. And I just think it's a horrible hire. I hope Dallas wins like one game next year. I think that'd be awesome.
I mean, Thomas Brown was a terrible choice, but at least he was a respected name in the building. I have not heard one positive thing about Brian Schottenheimer. I've heard he's a jackass. I've heard he is not good, and it's very clear he didn't know very much of what was going on because he couldn't get the play sheet from Ozempic Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This guy, is his dad Marty
Mac?
Schottenheimer?
Yes.
This is the same thing. I think it was, I don't know if I was talking to one of you about it. The Kubiaks, the Shanahans, they'll always have jobs in the NFL, no matter how bad of a coach you are. Just because your dad or your grandpa did some shit in the NFL, you'll forever have a job in like coaching in the NFL. It's garbage.
Yeah, I agree. Are we good to wrap up the NFL segment, or do we want to save the last topic for next week?
I forgot.
It's it's like a mock draft for like the next 10 picks.
I think we should do it quick. Who's going number one?
Okay, I'm in
That's
for that.
fine. I like it.
John, lead us off.
Shedeur Sanders. I just think that it's going to be him or Cam Ward. Truthfully, I think they're both very good, but I think Shedeur Sanders' work ethic's a little better. Cam Ward's kind of lackadaisical, sometimes I question whether or not he actually loves the game of football. So to me, Shedeur Sanders can make every single throw on the field. He can run the ball. He's tough. I mean, he had very bad offensive lines at Colorado, and he survived. He always got up, and that's really all I got. Shedeur Sanders to me is the number one pick, but I think it will be Cam Ward.
DP?
Yeah, Shedeur's going to Vegas. Daddy will make sure that happens for him.
I thought Giants had the first pick.
No, Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee has
Cleveland
first.
second.
Yep.
Oh,
New
where are the
York
Giants
third.
at? Oh,
Third
Giants
or
are third.
fourth.
But
So Titans are first.
I think he falls to 6.
Who? Shedeur?
Yeah, to go to the Raiders.
I think they'll have to trade up to get him.
Could be. But for this pick, I'm going out on an absolute limb here. I don't think anybody else will take this pick. I'm going Abdul Carter, the end out of Penn State, linebacker out of Penn State.
Come to Chicago, please.
I don't think he makes it to 10.
I don't think so either. Mac?
Who goes number 1? I see no reason Tennessee trades the pick or sticks with Levis. It's going to be Cam Ward. I'm not trying to be boring here. It's who I'd take. That's who I think they'll take. The guy can play football.
Yeah. I'm actually taking somebody different. I'm taking the Heisman winner. I think that because I think Tennessee has another first round pick as well. I think. Can you pull that up real quick?
Yeah.
You think Travis Hunter's going to the Titans?
I do, because I think that if they can, because realistically, who's taking a quarterback? The Raiders, and who?
The Giants?
Yeah, so
the Titans?
Yeah, I think the Titans will take one.
You think they're going to wait and take Dylan Gabriel, or
they don't have another one in the first round? Okay, then I'll change my pick. I thought they had another one in the first round for some reason.
Unless they trade for it.
Shout out Huffine, you're taking Shadur Sanders. I told you this months ago, but I switched it because I actually thought they had another pick. But yeah, I think Shadur Sanders is going there. I do think he's the best quarterback in the draft. But DP brought up a valid point where his dad will probably make sure he goes to Vegas, so I wouldn't be surprised if that either. But Mac, to wrap things up here, kid, give us your what do you want something?
The only reason for my Abdul Carter pick as one, me and John have talked about this. Jackson Dart in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th round.
Yeah.
Look out.
Yeah.
Tyler Warren, they got him going 14th to the Colts. Watch out.
Yeah. Mac?
Yeah, he's going to go before that. So there's not going to be any low-hanging fruit this year. They're this for a while. Football's over. The lines just aren't out early enough.
No, I respect.
We're going to do this, and some people will listen. There's money to be made. Some people won't care. We're going to be throwing out 2 PGA picks every week.
Oh.
You got the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am this week. I got 2 picks, and one of them's going to be the winner. You're going to grab Bo Hostler at plus 7,500. $10 will net you 750 big ones. And then you'll grab Justin Thomas at plus 1,400. He's one of the favorites. I tend to play more long shots. But Justin Thomas playing great golf recently. Great wedge player like myself.
Yeah, you suck with wedge. But yeah.
Me and DP are only 2 good golfers on the show.
Yeah.
We'd
right.
match play the other 2 nerds.
Yeah, right.
JP's the only one that can hit the flop daddy with the 3-wood.
Yeah.
Mackie,
Yeah.
how many strokes would we have to give up?
Oh, my God.
A lot.
Dude, Mackey's not as good as he says
No,
he is.
he's not. But
Zach can't play against me, though.
he sucks. Anyways, though, to our viewers, we are going to be touching into the TGL here soon. Just stay tuned on that after college football is wrapping up, so don't be surprised if we start tuning into that segment and removing the college football. We're obviously still going to bring up college football whenever there's needed, but
That PGL was electric last night.
it is electric.
Hey,
I love the Tiger Gronk spike. That was awesome.
First tournament Tom Kim plays in this year. I'll be betting on him to win it.
He's playing this week, John.
I'll take him. What's his odds, DP? Give me those.
Plus
Tom
2,000.
Kim.
Tiger said, "Give me that hammer back."
Tom Kim, 60-1 to win.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm in. Give me 10 on that.
Wow.
I'm on Bo Hostler, 75-1. I'd ladder it. Win, top 5, top 10, top 20, and then I would play Justin Thomas.
Wow.
Win, top 5,
Mackie
top
is
10.
all in.
I'm pretty sure I should be the one giving out low-hanging fruits. Consider I took Kentucky plus 10.5, and they're up 6 with 4 minutes left.
You cannot give out any low-hanging picks when your nuts don't hang low, John.
But yep, as Mackie said, that's going to be wrapping up the episode here.
Yeah.
But guys, thanks for watching. Another good segment here. I like that we're going to be bringing golf into the show. I think that's going to be exciting into the summer. So thanks for watching, guys. Beanie Boys out.
CATS, cats.